And on trade, I have decided, for purposes of fairness, that I will charge a reciprocal tariff, meaning whatever countries charge the United States of America, we will charge them, no more, no less. In other words, they charge us a tax or tariff, and we charge them the exact same tax or tariff. Very simple. Nobody knows what that number is unless you go by the individual country. You can see what it is if you go to the individual country and you look at what they're charging us. In almost all cases, they're charging us vastly more than we charge them, but those days are over.
I think that the most entertaining part of Trump's second term so far, and folks, listen, I know it kind of feels like we've already been in this for like over a year because so much has happened. So much has been exposed. So much corruption has been exposed. We got ICE out here. They're going and picking up the illegal immigrants. We got the Gulf of Mexico is now the freaking Gulf of America. Listen, there's a lot going on. I know it feels like it's been a long time, but it hasn't, folks. Trump has not been president for long, but he has already accomplished so much. But out of all of this, the most entertaining part so far for me is every couple of days, Trump announces a new tariff, right? Every couple of days, Trump threatens another country or another world leader with a certain tariff or tariffs or what have you. And then after Trump announces this, the left absolutely has a conniption fit. They have a freaking meltdown about Trump actually putting America first, trying to do things to benefit America. But the left hates America. So they have a mental breakdown every time Trump announces a tariff. They say, oh, this isn't going to work. They literally take the side of all these other countries over America. They take the side of these world leaders instead of our president. They moan and cry on social media all day about how this won't work, how this will hurt America, how this will hurt our economy. And then about an hour or two later, the other country or the other world leader caves to Trump's demands. This has literally happened already about a dozen times, and that is not an exaggeration. This has already happened about a dozen times since Trump has been president. It goes it's like a cycle. Place tariff on insert country name here. Left has a meltdown, says it isn't going to work. Then that country bends the knee to Trump, caves into Trump's demands, and then we have another ongoing cycle. It's literally happening all around us every day, and it's so hilarious to watch. But another hilarious thing to watch is seeing how Trump talks about Canada and Trudeau. He's calling Trudeau the Governor Trudeau. And he's talking about turning Canada into a state. And people laugh at him, but he's like halfway trolling and halfway serious. Like some people think that Trump's dead serious about taking Canada. But in reality, he's halfway trolling. But other people think Trump's dead serious. Or other people think Trump's trolling about taking Canada. But in reality, he's being halfway serious. You know what I mean? You never know what you're going to get. He's kind of throwing it out there. But at the same time, he's doing it to crap all over Trudeau and these woke politicians out in Canada. And I mean, I don't blame him. I think he should be trolling all of these people. Look how much hell they put Trump through. Every time they talk, I mean, literally, I hear more about Trump from these other world leaders than I hear about their own countries. Whenever you hear from Trudeau, he's not talking about good things that he's doing for Canada. He's crying about freaking Trump and MAGA and Republicans in America. Just like all of these other world leaders in the UK, they constantly got Trump's name in their mouth. So yeah, Trump should troll all of these people. But watch this clip. It's hilarious, and then I'll be right back with more.
Going with Canada, there was obviously a delay in implementing those tariffs.
I spoke to Governor Trudeau on numerous occasions, and we'll see what happens. But it just sets up so good for them. Look, the people would pay much less tax than they're paying right now. They'd have perfect military protection. They don't have any military protection because and you take a look at what's going on out there. You have Russian ships, you have China ships, you have Chinese ships, you have a lot of ships out there, and you know, people are in danger. This is a different world today. It's a different world. They need our protection, yes.
The reality is, folks, Canada and all of these other countries, they can pump up their chest. They can stick their chest out. They can try to act big and bad. But the reality is, and Trump knows it, is that all of them depend on us. The whole Western civilization, it depends on America. Europe depends on America. Canada depends on America. They would not exist right now if it wasn't for the U.S. And in the future, the way things are looking with how China is acting and how Russia is acting, these places might not exist in the future if they don't have our help. So when Trump talks about places like Canada and Greenland, the reason he's talking about that now and going ahead and trying to, bring them under our umbrella now is because he knows in the future, let's say if World War III or IV, because I think we're already in World War III, but hey, whatever. When the next major conflict happens, there's a possibility that those places get taken. These places are strategic, like Greenland is a strategic thing. When he talks about making that part of the U.S., it's strategic, just in case of another huge war with one of these other world superpowers. But yeah, I don't think Canada is going to become the 51st state. I don't really necessarily want Canada becoming a state, but it's hilarious to see how things are going. And, a lot of people in Canada are freaking out about it. But a lot of people in Canada are like, yeah, let's go, whatever. We just want to get away from whatever woke nonsense is going on here now. But you guys let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. Do you want to take Canada? You want Canada to join the U.S.? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. And if you find yourself getting too worked up by all of this, remember, it's just political cinema.